Hello and welcome to the Impact Cannabinoids Getting Started training. My name is Marcus Schubert, VP of Global Expansion for Impact. First, I wanted to say welcome and thank you for joining Impact. We're excited to have you on board, and the purpose of this training is to get you off on the right foot and to have you understand the simple steps to go through to building yourself an impact business. I'm going to assume that you've already joined as an ambassador, but just in case you haven't, you can register for free. You can then start sharing your website with friends and earning customer and ambassador commissions. Now, you can then receive a 10% ambassador discount after purchasing your package. You've got your very own website and back office, which will track your sales and earnings. There'll be a 96 business volume monthly product purchase requirement to earn bonuses, which is one bottle of product per month. You'll have an annual renewal fee for your website of $25, and then you'll earn commissions as you have $50 or more accumulated as commissions in your account. Now, one thing I like to do is to connect people back to really what they're a part of. People come into Impact for many different reasons, and there's many different ways that we can actually make a real impact on other people, whether that be an impact with people's mental health, their financial health, their physical health, or maybe it's just the personal development, the relationships, and the support they receive through being involved in impact that really makes a difference to their lives. The top reasons that people actually start a home business is some people just want to be their own boss. They don't like being told what to do. Other people, they are wanting to take charge of their time freedom in their life. They want to actually work when they want, with who they want, and where they want around the world. Other people enjoy their business and their job, but they just want to create an extra income from home. Financial freedom is a big one. A lot of people are stuck in a job where they've hit a ceiling and they can't work any more hours. They're not going to get paid more per hour. So the chance to start a home-based business and create financial freedom is something that really is exciting to them. The next reason is some people like to get involved in businesses like Impact because they really like to make a difference to other people, and they like to see that what they're doing with a product and with a business is really having an impact on other people's lives. And the final reason is that some people are just getting stale. They're not learning anything new. They're not growing as a person, and getting involved in a people business where people skills and communication skills are paramount. They're around like-minded, positive, growing mindset people is something that really brings a great dynamic to their life. One of the things that's beneficial and things I've loved about being involved in the direct selling industry the last 25 years is that it's an equal opportunity for all. It's suitable for men, women, doesn't matter what your race, religion, age, socio-economic background is. It doesn't matter what your experience is or even your work background. This business doesn't care where you're coming from or really any of these other factors. It says, you know what, if you're prepared to learn the skills, do the work, and you will then be rewarded exactly the same as everybody else based on the outcomes that you achieve. Some of the benefits of the ambassador model, number one is it's free to join. The second benefit is you can make money from home. So many people, especially in today's economic environment, are looking for ways to make money from home online. And when we look at our product range, CBD, it's hot on people's lips around the world. People are searching CBD, benefits of CBD. So you're not bringing a foreign concept or a foreign product to people. So many people are already looking for what we have. Now, we decided to go down the path of having an affiliate model versus a network marketing model. And let me say, I'm a big fan of network marketing. It's been my career for the last 25 years. But unfortunately, there is a cloud that sometimes follows network marketing. And so by having an affiliate model, it gives us the ability to promote and also approach high-profile influencers, celebrities, and health professionals who will be happy to engage in promoting this product via this affiliate business model versus network marketing, where they may be a little bit standoffish to put something like that out to the people who follow them. The affiliate program gives us the ability to get the product directly to the customer, removing the middleman, and then directly reward those people who actually do the work and getting that word of mouth marketing out to the future customer or ambassador. Now, one of the things people are often confused about is they say, you know what, Marcus, if this product's so good, why isn't it sold in shops? Why isn't it in the retail space? Well, let me explain a couple of the benefits of taking a product through the direct selling model versus the normal retail model. A normal retail model starts out with a product being manufactured and then sent to a national distributor. The national distributor then moves it on to a regional distributor. Then the regional distributor sends the product to the retailer, who sells that product to the end customer. Now, in this model of distribution, typically around 85% of the cost of that product was taken up in the distribution and the marketing costs because of all these middlemen that are involved in that model. Whereas direct selling can take a product directly from a manufacturer to the direct selling company, who can then sell that product via word of mouth. And they will typically allocate around 50% of the cost of that product to the rewards plan to reward those people who do the word of mouth advertising. So it's actually a way to get a high quality product to the end customer for a cheaper price. Now, here with Impact, we even have one additional benefit, and that is that we are the manufacturer. So we manufacture our own product, and then we can get that product direct to the customer. Now, you've just started your own business, and it's important to sit down and think about, well, what are the real emotive drivers? What are the reasons you started this business? It's often easy to lose track. You've got this product sitting in front of you, and you're thinking, oh, damn, who wants to buy it? Who can I sell it to? And even some people start to get concerned about, well, I don't want to make money off my friends or family. So you first need to anchor yourself back to, why did you start this business? And the reality is, if there's a reason that was important to you to start this business, many other people will likely have that same reason as well. And, this is your chance to really dream big, to set goals and then take action toward those goals. And the exciting thing is that nobody except you can stop you from taking action and moving toward those goals for a better future for yourself and for your family. Now, one of the things that people often think about when they start a business is, well, how do I get my money back? How do I get into profit? So we've put together a very generous first order bonus, which allows you to put some money into your pocket really right from the first days in your business. So the first order bonus is what you will earn from the package purchased from each of your personally introduced ambassadors. So if you introduce somebody who chooses the personal package with 3 bottles of CBD, you will earn a first order bonus of $90 because they chose that package. And you can see right through to the founders package. If you introduce somebody who chooses the founders package with 24 bottles of Impact CBD, you'll earn a first order bonus of $640 because they chose that package. So this allows you to go out and introduce a bunch of people. I mean, imagine introducing 10 people with a founders package in your first month in business. That's $6,400 your first 30 days in the business, just from this one bonus alone. So this allows you to get off to a fast start, put some money back in your pocket, get into profit, and then be excited about sharing this same opportunity with other people around you who may be looking for a way to generate additional cash flow. The next thing people look at is, how can I give myself a pay rise? A lot of times we have a job where we're not really in control as to whether we get a pay rise, or we have to work for years and years and years to earn the opportunity to get a pay rise or a promotion. Well, direct selling's not like that. Everybody starts out in the same place as an ambassador, earning 20% commission on anybody first level in their business. In other words, that's the customers and ambassadors that you personally introduce. Anyone that's introduced by those ambassadors will turn up on your second level, and you'll earn a 5% commission on those sales as well. So you can give yourself a pay rise by starting to build a team. The company's computer system will monitor how much business volume of product sales is moving through the first 2 levels of your business. When that reaches 30,000 business volume in a calendar month, you will advance to become an Impact Ambassador, and now your first level commissions have gone from 20% to 25%. When your monthly sales hit 50,000 in business volume, you'll now earn 30% on your first level sales from all of your first level customers and your first level ambassadors purchases, and you'll be known as a high impact ambassador. And then we've got the top rank Crown Ambassador, where you can earn 35% on first level sales, and now your second level sales double from 5 to 10%. And you do that by achieving 75,000 in business volume in the calendar month. Now, it's important to note that when you are moving through these ranks, once you hit an elevated pay rank, you will continue to be paid at that elevated rank for 3 months. even if your next month's sales drop below the monthly sales required. But it's a 3-month moving target. So every time you hit that rank, you'll then qualify to be paid for the next 3 months at that rank. Now, this is a bit of an example, and it is important to understand that this is just used for illustration purposes and educational purposes only. It's not intended to serve as a guarantee of income. We all know that success in business requires hard work, dedication, and learning new skills. And in this business, I don't really see it as a sales business. I more see it as a people and a communication business. Now, in this example, if I was sitting down with you face to face, I would say, listen, you've started a new business. It's going to take some time to grow this business. But as you look down the right-hand side here in the US dollars, there'll probably be a number of monthly income that jumps out at you where you think, listen, if I can initially hit that target, I'd be pretty excited about that. And I'd be willing to learn the skills and put in the work. And it may not be your dream income, but once you've earned that initial income, you can go, right now I've got the skills and the confidence. I can then set a larger target. So let's say, for example, you said, Marcus, I'd like to earn about $5,000 a month. So if I look at this, these numbers here on the right-hand side, it's okay, well, if you're targeting $5,000 a month here, we're looking at really becoming a high-impact ambassador. That's around that $4,700 to $7,300 per month mark. Now, there's a number of different ways you can achieve this. And in this example, I've said, okay, well, what if you introduce 45 ambassadors yourself personally? And in this example, I've assumed each ambassador that you've personally introduced, we're going to help them to introduce 10 customers or ambassadors each, all right? 10 people who are buying product. Now, of course, if you've introduced 45 and they introduce 10 each, you'd have 450 people on the second level of your business. So this is how I've calculated these earnings. Now, you might think, well, 45, that's a lot of people to introduce as an ambassador. And there's no doubt for most people, it is going to take some time and effort and consistency to achieve that. But remember, like eating the elephant, you don't have to eat it all at once. It's just one bite at a time. Now, what if we set this goal? And I said to you, well, listen, why don't we have a goal to introduce one ambassador per week over the next 12 months? All right. So if we introduce one ambassador per week over the next 12 months, you ought to actually introduce 52 people, not 45. All right. But that's okay. If we introduce one a week and you introduce 52 people, we help them introduce 10 people each, you'd have over 450 people on your second level, and you would hit that income goal. Now, the exciting thing with these numbers is that I haven't factored in all of the volume and the first order bonuses that would be generated as those people bought their initial product package. What I've done with these numbers is I have assumed that all of your level 1 ambassadors are using 2 bottles of product per month each. And everybody on the second level, I've assumed they're only using 1 bottle of CBD per month each. So these numbers we're looking at is ongoing residual income from these active customers and active ambassadors. All right, so this just gives you an idea, not only for yourself, but to work with when you bring new ambassadors in your team to help them set an income goal that they can work towards. Now, what happens if it was a bit slower or life got in the way and you took 2 years to achieve that goal? Well, most people are not going to be earning an extra $5,000 a month in 2 years from now if they keep doing the same thing. Remember, this is a business you can do from home, you can do part-time in and around the other commitments of your life. Now, the first thing you want to do after you've set your goal is you want to look at what's your working capital. Now, we're grateful and we're lucky in a business like this. It doesn't take hundreds of thousands of dollars to start up a traditional business. Our working capital is our list. It's the people we know. It's the relationships we have. It's the people who know us, like us, and trust us. Now, one of the big mistakes people make in this industry is, number one, they never sit down and actually write a list. They develop a mental list in their head of 5 or 10 people who they think might be interested in the product or they think might be interested in the business. And if those people don't jump on board, then they quit. Now, if you had just put $500,000 into starting a franchise, you wouldn't sit there for 5 minutes and think of 5 or 10 people who might come in and buy you a Starbucks coffee. That wouldn't be a very business-like manner to approach that new enterprise. What you'd do is you sit down and you put together a business plan, and you would spend days or weeks putting together that business plan, and you would put tens of thousands of dollars into executing that business plan. We don't have to do that here at Impact. What I'm going to suggest you do is pause this video right now and start to write out your list. Now, this first list is a full list. It's a list of everybody you know. It is not a list of who you think will buy product and who you think will do the business. It's a list of everybody who would know your name if you sent them a message, called them, or walked past them in the street. The reason it's important to do this full list is because psychologically it gives you a very strong starting point where you're not desperate for those first 5 or 10 people to say yes or no to your product or your business offer. All right, so you write your full list and you should be getting into the hundreds. If you pull open your phone, I actually did that with my phone. I pulled open the phone and there's over 6,000 phone numbers in there. If you know somebody well enough to have their mobile phone number, they probably know who you are, all right? And they can receive a message from you. So once you've got your full list together, now it's a chance to pick your A team. Remember being back at school when you had the 2 school captains and they took it in turn to pick the best player now, or the best person for whatever the team was for? Maybe it was for the math quiz or the science quiz or Red Rover crossover. All right, so this is your chance to be the captain and to pick your team. And I'm going to suggest that you first of all start with people who know you, like you, and trust you. They're most likely to listen to the message and want to do business and want to support you. You're going to pick people who you think would be great in the business. You're also going to pick people who you think would love the product or the cause that Impact has of making a difference to people's mental and physical health. All right, now what type of people are you going to put on your list? Well, I suggest to put people on your list who are good with people and have lots of contacts and have influence with those contacts, all right, because this is a people business. Now, what about people you know who are influential within a sporting club, a fitness community, a church ethnic community, or a gym? All right, these are people who are a natural hub where if they get involved in a product that they love, a cause that they love, or a business they love, they're going to be influential to share that message within their natural community. The next people to put on your list, put down the top 3 busiest people that you know, people that are high achievers. People who are busy are normally busy because they're out there achieving things. They're kicking goals. They don't like to be sitting around doing nothing, and they like to actually have more, be more, and do more than the average person who's sitting around doing nothing. Now, what about real estate brokers, insurance brokers, mortgage brokers, and salespeople? If you know people that are in these fields, they're excellent people to have on your list because they're typically very good with people. They're typically driven by performance, and they're also not scared to get paid on their performance. They're not people who sit there and go, well, I worked 10 hours, now pay me for my 10 hours, even if I didn't perform. We're looking for people who are entrepreneurial and are prepared to get out there, be self-motivated, and actually get paid on their performance. Now, the next group are people who are in the health field. Maybe they're personal trainers. Maybe they're a masseuse, chiropractor, physio, yoga instructor. Maybe they're a nurse, a doctor. They're a Pilates instructor, or they work in aged care. These are people who are gravitating already in their natural chosen careers to want to help people and make a difference. And finally, who do you know that is somebody who likes to help others? All right? Who do you know that's out there doing things for the community, doing things for other people? They're people who will look at impact and go, you know what, if I can help people to bring some extra money into the household, if I can introduce a product to them that can help them with their health, whether it be their physical or mental health, absolutely that's in line with their values. So you've got your list together, and now you can pick your top 20 to 40 contacts, and you can split them into 3 groups. Maybe pick 10 or 15 of people who you think would love the product. They're people who you feel will love the product, and you can approach them about the product first. The next group is 10 or 15 people who you're going to take a business first approach. They're people who you feel would be great in the business and you'd love to work with them. And then there's another 10 or 15 people who you think would be great in this business, but maybe you haven't spoken to them for a while. So it would be kind of weird to hit them up and start talking about a business straight away. In fact, it would be not respectful to that person and to the relationship. So they're people who you're going to reach out with and just reconnect and reestablish the relationship and start communicating with them until the time's right to start talking about what's going on in your life and what's happening with this product and business that you're now involved in. So during the prospecting process, it is a process and there is a formula to follow. And it's important to understand that our job is to help these prospects to make an informed decision and to move your prospects through the following steps. So the first step is to greet, approach, or reconnect with the person that's on your list. The second step is to ask a qualifying question. So a qualifying question could be along the lines of, hey, Fred, have you heard about CBD? All right, that's a qualifying question. They're going to say yes or no, or they're going to give you some type of feedback. Or it might be, hey, Fred, have you thought about making some money from home online at all? Right, that's another qualifying question. Because from there, after you've got that answer to the qualifying question, you can then invite them to review some information about the business or the product. And the best way to do that is via a tool or some type of recorded or documented presentation. Once you've sent them a video or a PDF or a PowerPoint to look at, then you're going to be able to follow up with them. It might be the next day, it might be a couple of days later, but you want to follow up and just ask them, hey, did you have a chance to watch the video? Hey, Fred, did you have a chance to look at that presentation I sent you? All right, that's all you're asking them is, have they seen the presentation? After they've seen the presentation, they'll either start asking you questions, or if they say, yeah, I saw the presentation, then you can say, oh, great, that's fantastic. What did you like best? Or is there any questions that I can help you with? Once you've answered their questions, then you can move them toward making a decision as to whether they would like to become a customer, whether they would like to become an ambassador, or maybe it's not for them. So a visual way of representing what you're doing here is you're putting people in the top of the funnel. So you're approaching people from your warm market, people who know you, like you, and trust you. You've got people you're reconnecting with, or maybe there's somebody you met on an airplane, you met down the cafe, or you met online somewhere. And when the time's right, you're going to invite them to have a look at your product or your business. And you're not going to sit there and ramble on in text or in verbally going through a presentation. All right, you want to separate the invitation from the presentation. Once somebody's agreed to learn more about the product or learn more about the business, use a tool. So whether that be sending them a video, sending them the pitch deck, which is the business overview, or whether you're sending them to a live or a recorded Zoom presentation. So you're letting the presentation do the work. This is important for two reasons. Number one is that you don't have time to be giving everybody a verbal or written presentation on the product or the business. It's a waste of your time when you can let a tool do the work. All right, you don't go and dig a hole with your hands when you can do it with a shovel. All right. The second reason this is very important is because when you use a tool, you're showing the person that you're talking to that they can do this when they're busy, and they also don't have to be an expert in the product and the business to do it as well. They just need to invite people and then share the presentation. Of course, you need to follow up, handle any questions or objections, and the idea is we want to move that person to an outcome. I don't really mind if the person says yes or no to the product or the business. What really bugs me is when they're stuck out there in weirdo world or nowhere land. This is where you've shared a presentation, you didn't follow up, or you did follow up, but you never really concluded on whether they wanted to try the product or be involved in the business. And now they're in weirdo world. Next time you're walking down the street, you see the person, you lock eyes, and they know that you sent them a presentation. You know you send them a presentation, but nobody knows what the heck's going on. All right. So don't leave your friends and family in weirdo world, right? Because then it becomes uncomfortable and it's not professional. So move them through to a decision. It doesn't matter. The decision can be, hey, this is not for me. As long as it's an informed decision, that's totally cool. But what I think you'll find is most people will want to be a customer or an ambassador. If they want more information and you're not sure how to handle their questions, you can connect them via a three-way chat or a three-way call with your sponsor or one of the members upline to you, one of the leaders. Or maybe they just need more information, but find out, what do you need more information on? Do you need more information on the product, the science, the rewards plan? Do you need more information on the company or the leadership? Find out what they want, because then you can get that specific information to them to help them to make an informed decision. Now, remember what your job is. Part of knowing what your job is to know what it's not. Our job is not to convince people to buy our product or join our business. Our job is to simply let them know what we have to offer, help them understand the options and the benefits that are on the table, and then help them to make an informed decision. Along the way, you're going to find that not everybody does what they say they're going to do. That's just the laws of human nature. You might have 21 people who join your business to become an ambassador, and you think, great, now I've got 21 people who are going to go out and build a business. Bye-bye. If 21 people join a gym, 7 will never go to the gym, even though they're paying their membership every month. 7 will not go initially, but they'll go sometime later when they get organized, when the cat's not fluffy, when the peaches have been shaved. At some point in the future, they'll go. But 7 will start going to the gym straight away. And they're the people, if you're the personal trainer, that you can actually work with. So the lesson here is don't become despondent when 14 out of 21 people are initially doing nothing. You can only work with the people who show up to work. This is a volunteer army. You are not these people's boss. They do not have to do what you told them to do. Yes, you can be their coach and mentor, and you can give them advice and you can give them coaching if they're asking for it. But initially, you should be focused on working with these 7 people who are ready to do it right now. If you put pressure on this middle group who were going to do it, but they weren't quite ready, you will push them out of the business if you put pressure on them to do activity before they're ready. All right. And you don't know out of these 14, which are never going to do it and which would have done it if you had have let their timing. All right. So just keep in touch with them. Don't hassle them. Don't pressure them to do anything, but just keep in touch and say, hey, listen, no problem. I'm here when you're ready. Now, the other thing is don't hassle people you don't know. Now, I've seen this happen in direct selling because sometimes people jump into a Facebook group or they're listening to a training or they go to an event or they're talking to another ambassador and they hear an ambassador say, you know what, I introduced my chiropractor to this business. They absolutely loved the product and they went out and signed up 100 of their customers. And the person hearing this goes, wow, I'm going to start calling all of the chiropractors I can find in the yellow pages and all of the people I find when I Google chiropractors in my local area. This is not professional. If you do not know those chiropractors, don't call them, don't annoy them. So the bottom line is you should only be talking to people who know you, like you, and trust you. This is a relationship business, and that's what really creates successful direct selling companies and direct selling businesses. The next tip is do not spam all over social media. Now, we're going to put together a specific social media training with advanced tips in regarding to how you can use the power of social media. But it is not smart to get out there and put up a post, wow, I just joined Impact, or I just took Impact CBD. Because the first thing is you're utilizing the company's name and branding without permission. The second thing is, even if it were permitted, you're going to have people look at that. They're going to go off and Google Impact cannabinoids or Impact CBD, and you had no idea these people were even interested in CBD or an online business. All right, so you're better off to be generic and say, hey, wow, I just started a home-based business. I'm so excited about it. Or wow, I just started taking some CBD and I had the best night's sleep ever. Or you know, I haven't had a fight with my partner this month. Whatever it is, all right? So don't go spamming all over social media because it's like watching advertisements on TV 24/7. People get tired of it. They switch off. They know you're just trying to sell them something and it's not the best strategy. So from a compliance standpoint, you know, product claims are something that we need to be very careful about. And particularly because, you know, when people start taking CBD, they start experiencing amazing benefits right across all different aspects of their mental and physical health. All right. So we can't be making claims. This is one of the biggest and fastest things you can do if you want to get yourself terminated or the company shut down. Right. So instead of saying things like, I use CBD to help with my anxiety, all right, so you're actually making a therapeutic claim about a disease. You can't be mentioning disease names, all right? But what you can do is say, hey, I use CBD for its soothing benefits after a long, stressful day, all right? Or rather than saying, I use CBD oil because it's good for my insomnia, why not say, I use CBD oil for a great night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed, all right? So you can talk about the benefits you receive, not the condition that it's potentially assisting you with. All right. So you can go back or you can pause this and look at these different examples at a later date as well. From an income claim, you can't be making claims, predictions, or promises about what type of money people will make because the effort people put in is going to determine their own results. And in fact, it's not just the effort. Some people put in a lot of effort, but they're actually just not very effective. They might go and talk to 100 people the wrong way or talk to 100 people they don't know or don't like them, and they don't get any results at all. So the rewards are going to be directly related to their results. As an example, do not say, I can't believe I made $5,000 my first month in Impact. What you could say on a social media post, for example, could be, I'm so excited that after my first month in business, I can now book our family holiday. Or instead of saying, as a Crown Ambassador, you can make $1 million a year, you could actually say, well, hey, our top ambassadors can make a CEO style income. Or rather than say, hey, come and make $100,000 a year, you could say, listen, earn 20 to 35% on personal sales. right? Then it's unlimited. So there's some examples of what would be compliant and what is not compliant. And finally, company trademarks. The use of company or product name, images, logos via social media, traditional media, or advertising may only be used after written approval from the company. So rather than saying, who wants to buy some Impact CBD? Why not say, hey, is anybody using or thought about using a CBD oil? Again, social media, rather than saying, oh my God, I can't believe how well I slept after using Calm CBD. You could write, oh my God, I can't believe how well I slept after using my new secret CBD oil. Or rather than saying, become an Impact ambassador for free and make money online from home, why not just say work from home, online, free to join, training provided? Because then people can respond and you can talk to them in either private message or you can give them a call and talk to them directly that way. So finally, in wrapping up the training, I would suggest that you want to make sure that you get connected so that you're always informed. Talk to your sponsor about how to join the Facebook group. So we'll have a corporate page and also one run by the global ambassadors. Make sure you get a hold of the frequently asked questions document, which will not only help you with your questions, but it will help you to address any questions you may get when you're talking to people. I definitely encourage you to start using your product. It's not going to do any good sitting on the fridge. When you start using the product, you're going to start to notice benefits. Some people notice benefits within minutes. Some people start to notice different benefits over the coming weeks. But that allows you to start to craft your story. Your story is one of the most powerful things you'll ever have in this business. You'll have a product story and you'll have a business story. And of course, becoming educated is something that can help you in any business or job or career. So start learning more about the benefits of CBD. It's simple as going and Googling benefits of CBD oil. There's so much information out there already that can assist you on your journey. And then final thing I'll say is it's your business. And that means ask for help. It's not your sponsor's job to ring you or message you every day and tell you what to do or ask you if you've done what you said you were going to do. Success comes from 3 attributes. Number 1, a burning desire to succeed. Nobody else can give you that. A willingness to work and to work hard. All right. Work ethic beats talent every day of the week. And the final one is to be coachable. Have an attitude that you're willing to learn. And the most difficult time to learn is when you're being given coaching and advice from somebody who's successful that you do not agree with. All right. Most people who come into this type of business, they want to be their own boss. They don't want to be told what to do. They're a creative thinker. They've got all these weird and wacky ideas. So to learn from somebody who's had experience is sometimes a difficult thing to do, to put your ego or your opinion in your back pocket and to actually try something that you disagree with. That's actually the only time you learn, is when you do something that you haven't done before or you try something that you disagree with. Otherwise, you're just stuck doing everything you already know and you never know anymore. So your first point of contact and support will be your referring ambassador. But if you need to contact the company, of course, you can do so via support@impactcannabinoids.com. So guys, I want to say thank you very much for your time. It's going to be an exciting journey. We look forward to working with you. And if you haven't already, reach out to me, Marcus Schubert, on Facebook, and we can stay connected and we can have fun together and help a lot of people on this journey with Impact Cannabinoids. Have a great day.